Hey everybody, this is Roger with Roger's Reviews, and today we're going to be opening up the Husqvarna 455 Rancher, 3.5 horsepower, 55.5 cc's. And if you notice in the last video, I opened up the 450 Rancher. We've used it a few times and actually like it. Normally we use steel, but I decided to buy a couple of the little or mid-range Husqvarnas for our firewood. And we actually been using them a couple times on some of our smaller jobs. So anyway, let's get to it. We purchased this from Tractor Supply in Middleburg. So this was a little bit more expensive than the 350, like 50 bucks or something. So there's not a lot of price difference between these two. As you can see, it's just real basic. Comes with I think 2-stroke oil, comes with your little scrunch, saw wrench, and it's sealed. So there's your 2-stroke oil from Husqvarna. It makes like a gallon, and then you got your owner's manual, and then you have I guess there's a Husqvarna website as well. Quick start guide. So go ahead and set that aside, pull out our scrunch, and pull the saw out. Maybe. There we go. All right. Got our little warning labels here. What I like about Husqvarnas, they have a metal plate right here, and it has your model number, serial number, and everything right there. It's very easy to see. So if something's been tampered with, very easy to tell. So if you're buying one of these, basically all your information's right there. I've used a lot of Ranchers in the past. These are pretty similar. Another thing I like about Husqvarnas, they're very simple. On steels, they overcomplicated the oil and gas cap. These are very simple. Basically just pinch that little plastic nub and they come right out. But I've never had one come out unless I wanted it to come out. On the steels, if you ever use them, they always fall apart. You're trying to put them back in, and it's just constant, like, it's just very irritating. These are very simple. I've also noticed my older Huskies, I can keep them stored for years and they fire right up. Also too, on these saws, basically you just hit the kill switch and then back up. You pull this all the way out to choke it, and then halfway in to start it, and then on-off switch. You got your primer ball right here. Pretty simple. You got your safety up top. As soon as you hit it, you can pull the trigger. If you're not hitting that, you can't pull the trigger. Chain brake. But this is like a good all-around saw. They're not real expensive. They got a little bit more power than the 350s, but they also weigh a little bit more. So if you're not worried about the weight, this is a good all-around saw. So the only problem is when they put this little saw guard on, it's kind of hard to get off. They make it to where you, I think you have to pull that little, there's like a little staple right there you got to pull off, or you can't get the thing off there, I believe. But what's nice is you can actually reuse this little plastic guard. It's actually durable enough, it might last a little while if you can ever get that staple out. to get these off last night. Oh, is there another staple? This is the hardest part of the whole thing. Getting this staple out of here. How'd you get this off last night? All right, we got this off. There's a little catch right here, so if you want to reuse this, you probably cut that piece off and you can reuse it. But we've got so many of these covers, we don't really need to. It's got the regular 2 screws here, and these are a little bit smaller than the steel, but they make it to where one side fits the steel and one side fits the Husky. And then you got your chain tensioner right there on the side cover. You just got to be careful on these. You got to make sure you release the chain brake, because I've had guys before lock the chain brake and they try to take the side cover off and they pry it and they ruin the side cover. So always check to make sure your brake's unlocked before you take your side cover off. But been using these saws for years. They haven't changed much. They're tried and true. If you just want a really good basic saw, this is it. And they also come with a safety chain too. So these aren't as aggressive and they don't kick back as much. So probably the next chain we'll get will be a pro chain and not the kickback chain. So that's it. Thanks for watching.